different sounds of the show. I'm gonna get rid of this and cancel everything.
Testing.
Close it all. I can't have this on. Known to all. Boom. Okay. So we're going to hello everybody and Lan. Our live. The whole thing that we're doing here ends up
Hmm.
on YouTube.
I know. I'm all over YouTube. I got
You
my
all over
other
YouTube,
show.
baby. Yeah,
I'm all over the place.
you and Chris Krim making a comeback.
We are. We did our
That was a
first
long contract dispute. That was a long strike, Patricia Ray.
a year.
Jesus. you you had some killer demands.
I did. I was like, pony up,
Oh,
kid.
good Lord, that was tough negotiations. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the baby falling out, and then three we're gonna go to the Super Bowl, and
Okay.
then we'll wrap it up with the big
With the
diversity.
Hollywood gossip. Well,
And
it's
I
not
got
really
something on it.
gossip.
No,
We're mad. We got demands.
we're mad as hell. We're not gonna take it anymore.
That's right.
Well, unless you pay us a lot of money, then we'll take it. It's always in the contract. Jesus. There you go. I got a new spotlight. That's why I look so sexy today.
Jeez.
Yeah, I got the new Amazon light. This is a much better one than I had before.
Oh, good.
It's more Hollywood. It's not the ring.
So Hollywood. You're so Hollywood.
I'm so Hollywood.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. What's that studio called? East Far Bar Studios. What's it called over there? You heard of that studio?
Mm-mm.
Okay. East Far or something like that. I have to look it up. All right. You ready?
Yes.
All right, let's do this. I feel good. We should do a show at this time. I'm always my best in the morning before noon. After that, it starts.
Hmm.
This is the world famous Dr. J's Pop Culture Show.
With Patricia Ray.
You got to come in there, Patricia Ray. When I say Dr. J's world famous Pop Culture Show, you got to interrupt like, with me, Patricia Ray.
There's no music. I don't hear any music.
There's music playing. I can believe that.
Oh, okay. I didn't hear the music.
Okay.
That's why.
Oh, okay. You didn't hear the music. We all heard the music. What's going on?
All right, let's do it again then.
Let's face the music. You didn't hear the music? Okay. The music's played. Trust me. So how you feeling, Patricia Ray? You look great.
I'm fired up. I'm going to a rally today. I'm not going to say where, but I'm definitely going out there. I got my sign made, and we've got to stick together because this shit ain't going. This shit is going sideways.
You say shit.
Am I not allowed to curse on the radio?
Put $5,000 in the swear jar.
This crap is going sideways.
Nowhere. So many things. Okay, let's just get some early business out the way. Let me tell you, Patricia Ray. Nearly 2,000 products have been recalled due to presence of rodent and bird contamination.
Contamination?
Yeah, I call it contamination. Okay, I like mine.
It's a
I like my
cross
way.
between condemning and contaminating.
Yeah, contamination. That's what it really is when you hit that toilet. Now, Gold Star Distribution Inc. recalled thousands of food products. The FDA classifies it as a class 2. Now, class 2, there's class 1 and class 2. Class 1 means this could possibly kill you. Okay.
Jesus.
So don't eat it or stop eating it. Go to the doctor immediately and get some, or make sure your affairs are in order. Or class 2 means that you're going to be either on the toilet all day or you're going to be at your doctor's office getting some antibiotics.
All right.
So
So these are class 2 recalls, right?
yeah, and I'm not going to go through the whole list. It's a combination of beauty products and pet food, but the three things that caught my attention are Cheerios, Skittles, and Pringles
Do
potato
you eat
chips.
any of those? I do
I
not.
I've been known to have. I haven't had Pringles in years, but I've been known to devour a potato chip. So Pringles, and my sons eat a lot of Skittles during Halloween. But no, I'm not a cereal guy at all. I mean, none of these things are healthy for you. Forget the rodent contamination, the fat and the
But
cholesterol.
wasn't quinoa also on that list?
It could have been.
Okay.
It could have been. I don't dabble in that either. So, but without going through the whole
Too
list,
healthy for you.
if you're going to go Cheetos, Skittles, or Pringles, no, that's
You're not
not
going
the
to
way
do
to go.
quinoa.
I tried to get into quinoa just as another alternative for rice, and wasn't feeling it. Wasn't feeling
Wasn't
it.
feeling.
Yeah, I'm not saving that much
It's very
calories.
bland. You have to cook it, and then you have to add the flavor, like oil and garlic and onions and
And
parsley.
salt and sugar, and then by that time you might as well have rice.
True.
By the time you doctor it up. So just good safety tip. Be careful of those items, and there's a whole lot more. So you can Google the list if you like to save yourself a doctor's visit. Now, it's funny how these things are contaminated rodent hair. I mean, it's contaminated with a whole bunch of rodent hair. May be the least of your problems.
I know.
You got food coloring and all that other stuff.
Yeah, that will definitely kill you.
So,
I heard that you should wash your bananas because bananas contain a lot of parasite eggs on them, and you could, if you leave them on your counter, it could infest your whole house.
you know what? It's not safe anymore. It's not safe. It's
Wash your
nothing safe.
bananas and your avocados with vinegar.
Bless your food. How about that? Oh,
Mhm.
Father God, please let this food kill me. Okay. But
But
Patricia Ray, you're a
today
parent.
is National Croissant Day. We can eat
It
those.
is. Yes, National Croissant Day. And I have
I
some.
love croissants.
Do you?
I
Well, I have
do. We
some.
have the best bakery over here, Proof Bakery,
Mhm.
on my side of town. And they just make the most delicious flaky. They're light, they're flaky. They have like layers and layers, and they're not bready at all. They're just buttery. They melt in your mouth. They're so beautiful.
Well, all croissants should be light. If you pick up a croissant that's as heavy as a brick, don't eat it.
You know, in
Okay.
France, if the croissant is straight, it's a real croissant with real butter. If the croissant has a curve on the end, it's a fake croissant made with vegetable oil.
Really?
Hmm
Did not know that. You know how many
Yes.
curvy croissants I've eaten back in my day
They're made with
when I ate them?
vegetable oil.
Well, and then you add the butter and the sugar, and then next you
And then you're
got
having a
a
heart attack.
$600 croissant. Okay, they're French pastry, but it originated in Austria.
Austria.
Believe it or not,
Austria.
it was known as Kipfers,
They were known as what?
until Marie and Kipfers,
Oh, Peppers.
Kipferls,
Gotcha.
Kipfers. Until Marie Antoinette first introduced them as Austrian pastry to France when she married into the royal family. That's her. And she said, requested the simple cake in the croissant shape of her homeland. So she's responsible for the butter vegetable oil curved croissant.
Oh, I see. Yes, the
Oh,
straight ones are made with 100% butter. The curved ones are fake.
okay. And remember, I wouldn't take dieting tips from her because she's the one that says when the people were starving, let them eat cake. What's the problem?
What's the problem?
Yeah.
She ate cake. Didn't they behead her anyways, Marie Antoinette?
I get my beheadings confused, so don't get me to,
Let's
give the
see.
wrong information out. So I don't think so, but maybe someone fact check that for us.
I'm doing it right now.
Well, while you're doing that, Patricia Ray, and thank you so much.
She was executed by guillotine on October 16, 1793 at the Palais de la Révolution. So yes, she was beheaded for eating shitty
Croissants.
croissants.
I knew she had been. I wasn't sure. There's been so many people beheaded back then. I wasn't sure, but yes, for saying let them eat cake, and she started off great, marrying into the royal family. I don't know really what. We don't got time to get into it. What she did, but it must have been something pretty. Well, you didn't have to do a lot of horrible things to get beheaded back then.
Basically, just not to be alive.
Give somebody the wrong directions to the palace, and they're off with your head.
Off with the head.
Okay. Well, there's Patricia. There's one other woman that people's head they want. Her name is Jacqueline Marie Hernandez. If you haven't seen this video, straight out of Orange County, there was a woman driving an SUV. I saw the video.
SUV. She has money.
She
can afford a car seat, for God's sakes.
She was taken into custody of felony child abuse. She was driving down the street in North Euclid Street over there in Orange County. I know exactly where it was. And her passenger door flew open, and her 19-month-old child fell to the ground. Boom!
Let me just point this out. A 19-month-old child, number one, is not even 2 years old.
Yeah. I don't know what her rush was.
The fact that it's in the front seat is illegal.
Yes.
Not in a car seat. Illegal. Not buckled in, because if the door swung open and she was buckled in, she wouldn't have fallen out. So she should fucking go do time. Sorry.
She probably isn't even well, you're supposed to have the seat. You're right, Patricia Ray. Some people say rear facing. I find that a bit of an antiquated strategy there, because when I had my two sons in the child seat, I preferred to have them facing forward so I can look in the rearview mirror and make sure they're not choking or anything.
Well, it's only rear facing until they're like a few months old, so that they can support their head. So if there's a rear collision, they don't get whiplash. That's why rear facing.
And if you only have you're in a Miata or a pickup truck, they should definitely be rear facing then when there's no back seat. So I get that. But I'm at a certain age. It's been a long time. So neighbors came to her, and then you saw the car behind her immediately stop, because the baby could have easily been ran over by the car behind her.
Yes.
But the car behind her did not see the baby fall out. I don't think they did. I think when she stopped, the car behind it stopped. Her own back wheel almost ran over her, missed her baby's head, as Maxwell Smart say, by that much.
Wow.
Okay. And can you imagine your baby falling out and then you running your baby over? Because that would have been over. I can't imagine. Let's not even think about it. But she's being brought. Somebody found, some busybody saw it, and they had a video running.
Busybody. I would say a good neighbor, not a busybody.
If she was some crackhead running down the street and she had the kid in a grocery store cart or something like that, and it tilted over and fell out in the street, I'd be one thing. But apparently she has neighbors saying that one neighbor said, I've always seen the babies in a car seat and in a seat belt. I don't know if somebody had her car seat and she was rushing off to get it. I don't know what her problem is. Maybe it could be some mental illness. Just because you have an SUV doesn't mean you don't have mental illness. But this was a mistake. Now, I know as a parent, you're going to make mistakes. You're a parent, Patricia, right? When
I've made mistakes. I mean, I've left the stroller out and, unlocked. You do make mistakes.
I threw my oldest up so high when he was a baby, his head hit the ceiling. Boom! Oh, Lord Jesus, my baby. I rolled over in nap time, and he rolled over onto the floor. Boom! Oh, God, Lord Jesus, my baby. I thumbed my other son when he was in automatic rockers. I tried to get him out of it, and my thumb hit him right in his Adam apple. Boom! Oh, Lord Jesus. So if you are active parent,
you're violent.
They're okay. They're 20 and 19 now. They're fine.
They survived your poor parenting skills.
If you are a parent and you are present on the day-to-day operations of your child, mistakes will be made. But this one, this is not a really a mistake because she
This
knew what
was
she was doing.
a little more this than a mistake. This was a
Yes.
poor choice. This was a
Yes.
poor choice because number one, like I said, the child wasn't restrained by a seatbelt. The
Hmm.
child was in the front seat. That there was no safety, child safety lock apparently because the child was able to open the car door by herself. And
Yeah.
then I didn't see the video, but the woman runs out of the car.
Picks the
Did
baby up.
she even stop to see if the child was okay or
No,
acknowledge that she had made a mistake or anything like that? Anything to indicate that this was a mistake, that, oh my God, what did I do? I almost killed my child. Any kind of acknowledgement?
the footage I saw, she stopped immediately, parked, ran out the car, scooped the baby up without missing a dime,
Yeah.
didn't survey the baby's body, and ran back into the car and kept on moving, which may indicate she was in a hurry to go somewhere, had somewhere to be, because she
And
sure didn't survey the
and
injuries.
she was covering up her mistake, right? Because if my child fell out of a car because I was careless, the first thing I do is, "Are you okay? Oh my God, what did I do?"
I don't know what was in her mind, but she scooped that baby up pretty fast, which could have been extra dangerous because you don't know what the baby was hurt. You're not supposed to move an injured body, let alone 19-year-old baby. So everything should have
19
stopped at
months.
that moment. 911 should have been called. You're right, Patricia Ray.
Yes.
She was probably
She
running
should
away
have
from
called
the
an
scene.
emergency vehicle.
My baby dropped on out of the car. Don't worry
While it
about
was
why.
moving.
Just come see, and we'll deal with the rest later. So you're right. She may have been trying to leave the scene of the
Cover
crime.
it up. Yeah.
She's going to jail. She's on bail, and the news reporters tried to go by and get a story, and of course she didn't answer. But I feel bad for her, and I even feel bad for the guy behind her, because can you imagine the guy behind her accidentally running over a baby because
Well,
of
he
this?
didn't. They had the foresight to stop. Thank goodness.
They stopped, but still, don't imagine it because it's too gruesome to think. Even if it's not your fault, the fact that you would have to, so it's like we're all interdependent with one another. What happens to
Absolutely.
somebody directly can happen to all of us indirectly.
Absolutely.
The Trump administration, but
Hello. That's why I
but
got my sign ready to go today.
so because of your incompetence, you could have called somebody else to spend the rest of their life knowing that they ran over a child, even though it wasn't their fault. But how
Yeah,
could they
absolutely.
live with themselves knowing they
Another
did
life
that?
she would have ruined as
Yes,
well
another life,
with her
which you would ruin over
inconsideration.
that. So the baby's okay, is making a full recovery.
But
So mom's
hallelujah.
probably going to get probation. She's going to get parenting classes. She's going
I
to get a
hope she
huge
takes them.
fine, and
I
she's
hope
probably
she
going to get
pays them.
visits from the social services and all that good
She
stuff for the
deserves
next 2 or
them.
3 years, I'm thinking. But just thank God the baby's okay. But she was probably in a hurry to do something, and she didn't think. And you got to stop. And we talked about this, Patricia Ray, right? Just stop and think. Don't rush off. Take every moment at a time.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
Oh, say that again, Patricia Ray.
Yes.
Okay, I had your mic down. You've got the world famous Dr. J's Pop Culture Show
With
Patricia Ray.
me, Patricia Ray.
We'll work on it on New HD Radio. Did you hear the music that time?
No, I don't hear any music.
There's something wrong with your mic. Something wrong
My
with your
mic?
nonsense. Something wrong with your
There's
headphones.
nothing wrong with my mic, mister.
Let's hope it's on there. We'll add it later if we don't. I'm pretty sure we've got it.
Ah.
Okay. You want to do the Super Bowl thing, or you want me to do it?
No.
Save your strength up for the.
That's right. I'll finish. I'll finish
strong.
the fight.
Boy, it's a fight. Okay. We're still rolling. We're still rolling.
Still rolling.
This is the world famous Dr. J's Pop Culture Show.
With me, Patricia Ray.
That was amazing, Patricia Ray.
Thanks.
That was amazing. StrictlyDrJ.com is my website. You can go on there and see all the nice videos of Patricia Ray doing her thing on Instagram. Strictly Dr. J is my Instagram. I have Patricia Ray all over my Instagram.
All over.
Absolutely amazing. My email address, strictly Dr. J, strictly DOCTORJ at gmail.com. Patricia Ray,
yes.
Did you see that Nicki Minaj has become Donald Trump's?
She's a MAGA?
Number
I think it's because of her
one-
nails. Her nails are like
She should have
the oxygen to her head flow.
It would have been great if she got that press conference just to scratch him. Oh yes, but she said she probably is. She didn't even say for sure. So she said, "I'm probably Donald Trump's
fan,
number one fan."
Number one fan. Did you see them holding hands? He's holding her hand, and you could just see the nails like protruding out of his palm.
I'm not gonna flip out. I'm not gonna flip out at all.
Listen, each their own. But you know what?
She's got some family members in trouble. Apparently, she has a brother who's alleged pedophile, and those are federal charges, I believe. And and a husband. I don't know how one becomes a husband if you have you're supposed to register as a sex offender, but I assume there are lots of women who are married to
her
sex
husband
offenders.
is a registered sex offender?
He's supposed to register. He hasn't registered yet.
Oh, he's a sex offender who hasn't registered, an unregistered sex offender.
Yes, he's an undocumented sex offender.
Wow, he should be carted off by some kind of regime.
You would think, right? But and those are definitely I think those are federal charges, could be, depending on the situation. So people believe she's doing this to get him pardoned. It already started because did you hear Don Lemon was arrested?
Yes, today for protesting. And the other reporter, they went to her house, knocked on her door last night, took her away. I forget her name.
But here's what you don't know, Patricia, and a lot of people don't know. Don Lemon and Nicki Minaj have been having an ongoing feud for a year. So do you think at the press conference, that's one of the favors she called in on? Arrest Don Lemon. Because they have been on Instagram going at each other for a while. She's even made some reference to his sexuality.
Really?
Yes, because he's openly gay. And we have no problem with that here at the Dr. J's Pop Culture Show. We accept everybody. And he's a fine reporter. He does a great job. I've been following that guy for years. And I'm a flaming heterosexual, but he's a good-looking dude. He's a good-looking dude. He's polished. He's professional. He's always been on point. And he knows his job. He's done it well for years. And I saw the footage of him in the church. It looked like he was being a reporter. He has First Amendment speech too. I don't see why with the hubbub.
Georgia Fort as well was taken among several individuals scheduled to be taken into custody by federal agents in Minneapolis following a protest at a church. Now, what incited that incident? Why were they taken? For just being there, reporting?
Because apparently the pastor of the church has allegedly has ties to ICE. Or is supportive of ICE.
Oh, and they were there reporting it, and they didn't like that, and so they were carted away.
So he asked the pastor. I saw the footage. I actually saw this footage. I watched some news this week. He just asked the pastor to make a comment, and he didn't want to make. He said, "I'm just praising God right now." And Don Lemon said, "Well, I'm a Christian too. I'm praising too." So and the guy had no comment, and that was pretty much it. Normally, people don't go to jail. I mean. You want to go to jail for, disrupting a protest, people. I mean, we had a whole bunch of people do that to the state capitol. And it took forever for some of them to get to jail.
I know. So you can barge the Capitol, but you can't go and report. on.
Yeah, on go as a reporter, but it's not what he said. It's the behavior that's being. He'll get all. He'll beat this. He'll beat this. There's no there for him, but it just does nothing but make him more famous and gives him a bigger platform. And Don Lemon, I love Don Lemon. I love him to come on the show. I think this guy is amazing.
Well, let's have
Absolutely.
him on the show. Let's
Well, we'll
invite him.
see. Let's see if his dance card is full. You know, and you
You're gonna be busy
can't
after this.
persuade him. I'll have to persuade him. Like, Don, come on the show. Trisha Ray, he's not going for that.
Hmm.
He's probably the only person in the world that thinks I'm sexier than you. Can you believe that?
Unbelievable. But luckily, well, if he's gonna have to watch his P's and Q's if he goes to the Super Bowl, because
Oh yeah. Speaking of which, thank you, Patricia Ray, for that wonderful segue, keeping me on track. And the Super Bowl. So if you're going to the Super Bowl, apparently that people are upset because the Department of Homeland Security should be there.
will
the
be there.
Will be there. But in fairness, this is a routine role for the department. It plays a major role in sporting events like the Super Bowl, which is the biggest event of the year. It's not like the World Series or the NBA Finals because it's one game.
Mhm.
So people are upset. DHS said this week it will be involved in Super Bowl security, but declined to detail what personnel or operations that will be there. Now, the lack of specificity has led to questions locally about whether immigration enforcement could be there for the federal role, despite the department's longstanding involvement in large-scale event securities. So listen, there's not much really here. During the Biden administration, they've had DHS, and they had 600 DHS members, including ICE and Customs and Border Protection agencies, maybe because it was in Arizona in 2023, but it's not. I mean, this is a big event. It's not anything, but
It's not unusual for ICE to be present
no.
because of border patrol and stuff like that. What would
Mhm.
be really outrageous is if they went and started profiling and cherry picking people to arrest because they are supposedly illegal immigrants.
Yeah, like the Coast Guard is going to be there because it's going to be in Santa Clara, and that's an example. And since the stadium up there is close to water, the waterways, the Coast Guard will be deployed to protect the perimeter there. So sometimes ICE will probably be there. Don't bank on them not being there. Now, I don't think there was some rumors that they could be inside patrolling the stadium. I don't think people at the Super Bowl will have a lot to worry about because even if you're Latino, tickets are
very expensive.
The lowest ticket at the Super Bowl is $59.37, $5,937.
Yeah,
On
so
StubHub.
most people that can afford that have papers and documentation that they're legal citizens of the
Even if
United
they're
States.
fake.
Even if they're fake, they could afford them.
But you
So,
can you the highest the premium locations are $36,000. That's your
Wow.
Patricia Ray that you're going, right?
No.
You and your husband
No,
now are not going.
I don't have a ball in this game. What do they say? What's the saying? I don't have a man in this
stake
game.
in the game. I don't know.
I don't remember.
Well,
I got stake in other games, but not this one.
I'm not so sure I'd pay that much for a Super Bowl when I could spend almost half of that and throw a kick-ass Super Bowl party at my awesome house. I mean,
That's
I don't
right.
think I want to pay just on GP that much for a game where my team isn't even my team, the 49ers, aren't even playing. So why would I do that? But so can you imagine even a Latino dude who couldn't speak a word of English? He's paid $6,000 for his ticket. He is enjoying some $100 nachos, a $50 beer, because I can imagine that's what the prices are at the Super Bowl. And some ICE guy coming up there, can I see your papers? I mean, I don't think that's going to happen at all. But it is.
Well, if Gregory Bovino has anything to say or do with it, it could happen.
Well, now, you know what? The clientele may not be disturbed, but there could be a question about the people working in the stadium. How about that? The poor guys who dump the trash.
right, because the employees could be possibly people that are here on asylum or are not necessarily documented.
Document. Yes, the poor guys who do the maintenance, who do the trash pickup.
Concessions. Yeah.
Yeah, yes, clean the restrooms and all that stuff, and work the snack bar. Some of those people could be harassed. So
Yeah. So
that's where the
it
danger could
does
be.
pose a threat. And also it's just this looming cloud of like, why even at a sporting event, you know? And Bad Bunny's doing the halftime show, right? So
That could be
if you're
it.
a
Yeah.
Latino and you can afford to go, you're gonna want to go because this is an unprecedented Super Bowl halftime show, right? It's gonna be seen all over the world. I mean, there's so much coverage of it already. So I think it does pose a threat to some people, and it's just gonna make people uncomfortable.
Well, I'm already uncomfortable. But who was the guy who came out and had the press conference this week? The border czar. I
Oh,
can't remember his name.
Tom, the border czar.
Yeah,
His
I
name
can't
is
remember his name.
Not Tom Homan. Tom Homan.
Oh, Holman. Okay, he did come out and make a little sense. He did say, "Hey, if you have an undocumented person who's a criminal and you have an undocumented person who's working here for a living, you should focus on
Contributing
the
to
criminal."
society, paying taxes.
Yes. And he also said something about going to the jails, right? He said, we're going to go to the jails and start taking some of the criminals who've been convicted out from the three hots and a cot and send them back, which I think that's what we thought that's what some people thought they were voting on, right?
Yes.
They were voting on heartless criminals out there.
Trafficking,
Yeah,
drugs,
trafficking,
drug
drugs, and all that stuff.
cartels, gang members. What are the people that are like anti-America?
Terrorists.
Terrorists. So, I'm having a senior moment. So the people who did vote, especially the Latinos who voted for Trump, that's the program that they signed up for. Not to have children used as weapons, weaponizing people, going out, dragging old people out into the snow, no
Yeah.
ID, masks covered, no warrants, no, just a complete sense of lawlessness. I don't think they voted for that.
And I find it interesting that undocumented workers aren't brown and black people. You've got some people with blonde hair and blue eyes who are undocumented in this country. I mean, are we going to Brighton Beach? And I'm sure you can find some of our Russian brothers out there who are undocumented.
But those are
people come
not the
from
people that they're targeting. They're only targeting the Latino community. I mean, they were ripping them out of the fields while they were working. Why are they taking people while they're working? They're complaining about them living here for free, but they keep taking them from their jobs.
Well, yeah, and those jobs have to be replaced. And yeah, I mean, you got a lot of people from Europe who are over here undocumented, Russia, Germany. There's a lot of people here. Undocumented doesn't mean you're black or brown or even Asian. Okay, you got people with blonde hair, blue eyes who are undocumented, and they're walking right by you as you take down some brown and black person, and they're like, "Oh, sucks for them," and they're undocumented because you're not going to ask a blonde hair, blue eyed person, "All right, let me see your papers." You're not. But I mean, maybe you
racial
should.
Profiling.
It is at its best. And I normally don't touch these topics, but hey, it's so obvious here that Dr. King said
this has gone beyond. I know you say we don't talk politics on this show, but this is pop culture at this moment because it's happening everywhere. It's happening at the Super Bowl game, which is pop culture. It's happening at sporting events. It's happening at churches. So it went beyond politics.
It's not fair. It's not fair at all. It's just not fair. So hopefully we'll keep talking about it a little bit and airing our grievances about it. But it's in your face. How can you ignore it? So, well, we wish everybody the best. Be careful if you're at the Super Bowl. Maybe this stuff will just stop.
Bring ID.
If
Scan
they
it
kill
into your
another,
phone.
if they kill another white person, boy, all heck's gonna break loose. You can't kill three white people. Something's got to change.
But
You've
yeah.
got the world famous Dr. J's Pop Culture Show,
With me, Patricia Ray.
absolutely on the New HD Radio.
That was a good segment.
That was a good segment. Yeah, I hate to talk about that, but man, it's all in your face. It's like, what the hell are you gonna do? I mean, okay. And I've actually got something to add to this towards the end because I pulled up something that happened like 20 years ago. I actually brought up in my doctoral program, and everybody just kind of blew me off. But about the whole diversity thing here.
Okay.
All right, we're still rolling.
Yes.
We've got one person in live right now, but they can watch it back later.
Hi.
I'm gonna do a better job on my website too. I've been sleeping a little bit, Patricia, but I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do a better. You've revived me. You've energized
I've revived you.
You brought me back to life where I'm gonna get the YouTube channel right, my site right, get all the right things right, and people can watch us all the time. I promise. Scout's honor. I'm not a scout.
Scout's honor.
I'm not a scout. Here we go. This is the world famous Strictly Business. Oops. Dr. J's Pop Culture Show. Oops. My bad. My bad. I am stuck in 2025. It's me, Dr. J's a Pop Culture Show with
Patricia Ray.
Yes. We have to work on that.
We do.
We will. We'll get it together by the end of 2026.
My light went out.
By syndication.
We're gonna. By the time we're syndicated.
Someone knocked your lights out.
By the time I'm getting paid.
Yeah, time I write you a fat check. Okay, and it seems like the music. I didn't hear the music either, so there's a technical difficulties I will have to add later. So you're back. Okay, Patricia Ray. It's our final segment together.
That's right.
It's your ball.
It is my ball. It's my court, my stage, right? So in the news this week, a huge backlash over the casting of Odessa Azion, who's currently in Marty Supreme. She's the daughter of Pamela Andlin. She was in she's like been the talk of the town right now. She withdrew from the film adaptation of this book called Deep Cuts. And it's a book about this couple that's really into music, and it spans years of musicality and everything. It's a movie produced by A24. So she had originally auditioned for the lead role, which is for a Caucasian girl. This is according to her. She did not get that role, so the director cast her. The book is written by Holly Brickley, very big book on Audible right now. The director offered her the role of another character called Zoe Martinez, which is a Mexican heritage, a Mexican woman of Jewish descent, or practice Judaism. So the internet went crazy. My group from Latinas Acting Up, they posted a letter talking about what a shame it is that still to this day we are as creative people, as creative humans, Latinos who are going through all of these hardships, who make up almost 50% of the demographic in a lot of cities like Los Angeles and New York, are still not represented. There's 6% of the representation in film and television. And here is a perfect role for a Latina actress to be the lead in. And it was cast by a German given to a German actress she's
Uh-huh.
from Germany. She's obviously Caucasian, blue eyes, black hair. She's a great actress. I don't just, I don't take anything away from her, but she accepted the role, apparently not reading the book or not knowing the character.
Mm-hmm.
And then the internet went crazy. All of these actors, John Leguizamo, they wrote an open letter
Mm-hmm.
to the film industry community. And I'm going to read you part of this letter because it's very moving. Dear casting directors, creative executives, writers, producers, and Hollywood leaders, we write to you with the urgency because storytelling is humanity's compass and Hollywood wields all the power. The stories you choose to tell and how you tell them shape public perception. And they go on to say that, this was part of an answer to the recent casting decision of the character Zoe Gutierrez in the 824 Deep Cuts film, and that we acknowledge that Odessa listened to the outcry and she did back away from the role. She said, I got you, people. I would never take this role away from somebody that should be playing it. I didn't realize that this character was Latina.
Mm-hmm.
We're calling for accountability, intentionality, equity in casting and storytelling. Authentic representation means more than casting a performer who looks like the character. It means involving the community being portrayed. So we're not even in our voices that are being used to tell stories. We're not even being included in telling of these stories. And so it went on, and over 100 working actors, visible actors, signed it, including John Leguizamo, Carla Hull, who's a big, huge casting director, Sierra Ramirez, Danny Ramirez, Daniel Pinedo, Diego Boneta, Eva Longoria, America Ferrer, Gina Rodriguez, Isabel Gomez, Isabel Merced, Justina Machado. The thing that Patricia Regan, who's a big director, Latina director, and so on and so on. I applaud them for doing this. What the letter really says is, if you're going to allow, and they wrote a letter to SAG as well, if you're going to allow non-Latinos to audition for Latino roles, then you have to allow Latinos to audition for non-Latino roles.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So you either allow us to work and play characters like everyone else and cast non-traditional casting, not typecasting, or if you're only going to allow us to be seen for Latino roles because we're Latino actors, I don't even know what that is. A Latino actor, right?
Yeah.
Then you have to allow us to at least portray the roles that you rate for us. The thing I find very glaring that's missing in this letter of all these actors that signed, no A-list celebrities. No Jennifer
Of course
Lopez.
not. Of course not.
No Penelope Cruz. No Salma Hayek. No Diego Luna. No Gabriel Garcia. Where are if those celebrities said something, if those celebrities stood behind these actions, that we would get somewhere. We would make headway.
Well, do you think these actors aren't being contacted? Are they just, can't reach out at this time? Or you think they're
There's no way
blatantly
that
ignoring them?
they didn't get reached out by a letter that was an open letter that was published
Mm-hmm.
to casting directors, to the union, to film, to Hollywood, right?
Yeah.
And the biggest actors in Hollywood did not sign this letter?
Yeah. Sometimes it's really hard to get these people involved. I mean, some people just roll their eyes, and they probably are very supportive of what everything you're saying, Patricia Ray. I know I am. And they're probably like, oh, here we go again. I know, no big deal. We've seen it before. And they're probably just like, they probably believe, but they probably didn't go out of their way to say, well, I'm not going to sign another letter. They, whatever the case, or they could have some of the personal issues, but they still should, you would want them to be involved in this. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
uh,
this has
names that I
happened.
didn't call out:
Oh,
Javier
go ahead.
Bardem, Damian Bashir, Michael Pena, Benicio del Toro, who's up for an Oscar. Imagine if his name was on this, the influence that it would have. Danny Trejo, who's all over the place.
Dave Trail's got a lot of other
Pedro
issues right now.
Pascal,
They
his
probably
name
just,
is not on this list.
well, I'm sure Danny Trejo, knowing he is, if he got the list and he could reach out, and sometimes it's like I want to reach out, but I don't quite reach out. Oh, that's a good idea, but I haven't seen a list, and some of these people just probably don't read the news. I mean, because if you're not on the internet, you don't see the story. So
I just think that's a lack of accountability. I think that the people that have the most power and the most platform in Hollywood, the most visibility,
Mhm.
they're the ones that should be speaking up. They're the ones that should be putting their face forward and saying enough is enough. We need accountability, we need visibility, and casting should be according to the demographics that we're living. I don't see myself on TV. And TV shows are not reflecting what America really looks like.
Well, no, it's not as bad as it used to be. I've been watching a lot of. I told you I've watched a lot of ER lately, and a lot of NYPD Blues, and this was the 90 shows, and we've fallen back from the diversity we've seen on those shows.
Yeah, but the
I mean,
diversity at that time was we were just playing like drug dealers and prostitutes and the maids. So actually, our numbers have decreased in visibility.
yeah, I would say that we felt it in the 90s, but we were a different generation then, Gen X, and now we're in a different generation where I don't know if young. I'm going to ask you. Do you think young 20-something or young Hispanic kids really care about that, even though they want to be actors? Because we cared as kids seeing representation. Okay, we cared.
That the reason they don't care is because they've been so whitewashed.
Gotcha.
They don't see their culture. They're used to not seeing their culture, their food, seeing the different ethnicities, different Latino ethnicities, Colombian, Argentinian, Brazilian.
Or even like their own pride in their own
That's
culture.
Right.
Because
so
they don't really
they don't
pride
connect to it, so they don't care because they're disconnected.
Well, Patricia Ray, this sparked an idea when you showed me the story. I was like, I thought about something. In 2008, there was a movie, 2008? Yeah, called 21 with Kevin Spacey. Do you remember this film? It was about, you don't remember? Okay. It's about an MIT professor who recruits a bunch of MIT students who are really smart and mathematicians to go to Vegas and have this huge card counting scam.
Okay, I see it.
Kevin Spacey.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Remember Kevin Spacey?
Yes, I do remember Kevin Spacey.
Who had to foreclose on his house last year because the funds are a little low. Yeah, when he had a career, he did this movie called 21 about this. He played a college professor from MIT, recruited a bunch of kids to go to Vegas.
I do remember this, and he taught them all how to cheat the system.
This is based on a 2003 book called Bringing Down the House. And it was a book written by, the author doesn't matter, about the same thing. It was a very famous book, a best-selling book. It's called Bringing Down the House, the inside story of 6 MIT students who took to Vegas for millions, published in 2003. Now, here's the interesting part. The book was considered a fictional, but it was based on an actual story. This actually happened. there was a MIT professor that recruited his 6 students to go to Vegas. So it was loosely based on a real story. Now, I think they were busted or not busted. They were busted. But here's the thing. In the real story, the MIT professor and all the students are Asian. Yes, they were Asian and one Middle Eastern.
And in the movie, they're all Caucasian.
There's only 2 Asians in the actual movie playing supporting roles, Aaron Yu and Lisa LaPera. Hope I'm saying the name right. In supporting roles. But this was a thing. I mean, it was amazing that they whitewashed the whole cast of, the lead actor, who was an Asian American, was played by a British actor named Jim Struggers. So this has always been happening. And some people say, well, Asian American people, they're not good box office. But in 2002, there was a film called Better Luck Tomorrow, which I totally love. If you've never seen this movie, it's like an Asian version of Menace to Society. It's about a group of teenage Asian kids who are honor roll students. And their whole cover is, I'm an honor roll student. This is why I'm out at night walking down the street with a backpack full of drugs and guns, because the police won't pull over an Asian kid in a backpack opposed to a black kid with a backpack at night. And it's a very gritty, independent movie directed by Justin Lin of the Fast and the Furious franchise. It was his first movie. MC Hammer gave him completion funds because they met at some tech convention. And the movie was a box office success because it cost $3 million to make. And I think he raised $40 million, made $40 million at the box office, won all kind of awards at Sundance, and got all kind of recognition, all Asian cast. So don't tell me in 2008 that Asian people can't make money. And Hollywood at the time said this decision to change the ethnicity of the lead characters is about ignoring, sidelining, and erasing Asian American stories in Hollywood. So this was an Asian American story that got completely whitewashed. So it happened then, and I can't believe it's happening now. When you shared that story, I was like, really? Are we still doing this?
We are still doing this. The director of that film, Deep Cuts, Sean Durkin, he's known for this movie called Martha Macy, May Marlene. So now that Odessa has stepped away from the film, let's see what he does with the casting of this role, because now he has an opportunity to do the right thing,
or a chip on his shoulder, and he won't do it.
To do the thing that's going to give the visibility to a character that's an important part of this story, who has Latino heritage, to celebrate her Latino heritage, especially now when we're being deported, erased, incarcerated. Our voices are being diminished, ignored. We're living in terror and fear because society wants to basically whitewash our communities. I hope that he does the right thing and he casts a Latino actress, because there are so many talented actresses that can play that character.
Well, how old is the character, Patricia Ray? Do you know?
She's in her 20s.
Well, I say give the role to Patricia Ray, not give it to her. Audition for it.
I'd have to split myself in half so I could pick, because I'm twice as old as the character.
Well, if you already tried to cast a Jewish woman, so if you already tried to cast a Jewish woman to play a Hispanic woman, why not cast a Hispanic woman twice her age? I mean, if we're going to screw up casting, let's screw it up that way in the right direction.
Well, you can be Latino and be Jewish. They're called
absolutely
Sephardic Jews. There's lots of Latinos, Jewish people in Colombia and in Latino countries. It wasn't about the fact that the character was Jewish. It's about the fact that the character was Mexican. And she wasn't cast with a Latino actress. That I'm not saying you have to cast Latino people to play Latino people, but if you're only going to allow us to play Latino people, then you better let us audition for those roles.
That's it. Right from Patricia Ray, you handled that story like a professional and a passionate actress. Thank you, Patricia Ray. You've got the world famous Dr. J's Pop Culture Show with me, Dr. J,
And Patricia Ray
on New HD Radio. You couldn't hear the music, so I was trying to wrap up. I gotta fix that. Next time we need to do a sound check to make sure.
I don't hear the music.
Yeah, that's unusual. I don't know why. We never had that problem. But with my son, no telling how he screwed. He was screwing with the board this morning, so he must have moved something.
Mm.
Gosh.
All right, darling.
Right.
Well, I'll
All right.
talk to you later. Going to my protest.